是谁呀？把乌镇逛到没有人啦！
是我啊，
好牛啊！我把乌镇逛到没人啦，
没有一个人。
快跑！快跑啊！后面一个人都没有的。
今天是7月14号.
It's 9 a.m. on July 14th. Normally, around this time every year, Zhangjiajie would be packed with tourists. But this year, even with free admission, the place is eerily empty. So, what's going on? Tourism is way down this year. It's July 12th and Tiananmen Mountain is almost deserted. Line A only takes about 10 to 20 minutes. Line B, practically no wait, less than a minute. Compared to past years, it's a huge drop-off. This is the largest abandoned tourist site in Guangdong province, spanning over 16 square miles with more than 1.5 billion invested. It was supposed to be a top-tier national 5A destination for travel, leisure, and vacationing. Now, it's overgrown with weeds and rusting cars are scattered around. No one really knows why such a massive project was abandoned. What a shame. This summer, China's scenic spots were supposed to be packed, but instead it's like a ghost town out there. Even Zhangjiajie, which used to top national tourism charts year after year, is now empty. So what's really going on with China's tourism industry? Take Hebei's Lanyue Bay, nicknamed the closest sea to Beijing. Beautiful place, great environment, but recently visitors have noted how quiet it's become. Sparse crowds, deserted areas, something's off. What happened to Lanyue Bay this year? It's Saturday, and yet almost no one is here. Last week, sure, college entrance exams kept people home. The week before that, bad weather, but this week, great weather, still no visitors. It's practically empty. Look at this, the entrance to Dragon Dream Wildlife Park. I'm honestly shocked. 2-3 years ago, even just last summer, you couldn't find a place to sit for lunch at 11:40 in the morning. As tour guides, we had to stand while eating. The restaurants were packed. Now, it's nearly deserted. It's a night and day difference. Industry insiders are sounding the alarm too. All over the internet, you'll find travel agencies, tour bus companies, and scenic spots lamenting this summer's dramatic drop in tourists. It's not just about people tightening their wallets, it's also a sign of how weak the overall economy has become. Travel isn't a necessity, it's something you consider only after food, shelter, and clothing are taken care of, and when you've got money to spare. Right now, traveling in China isn't cheap, so this drop in visitors reflects deeper economic issues. Hotel prices tell the story. Rooms that used to go for $100 a night are now around $50. Those $20 stays, now under $10. This just shows how serious things are. Most people are staying home, cutting back, and spending money very cautiously. Bloggers say this summer was supposed to be a big comeback for the travel industry. Instead, it's a disaster. Visitor numbers are way down, attractions are deserted, and big travel agencies are under huge pressure. Dozens of tour buses sit idle in parking lots, tour guides have no work. Between wages, vehicle depreciation, and driver salaries, costs are high, but there's no revenue to cover them. And then there's Dayong Ancient City in Zhangjiajie, once hyped as a cultural tourism landmark. With over 334 million invested, it's now bleeding money. Zhangjiajie poured 334 million into Dayong Ancient City, and while it did open, it lost over 139 million in just 4 years. The average daily foot traffic? Less than 20 people. The only thing turning a profit is the parking lot. The place is a ghost town, yet ticket prices are still over $14. If it's losing money every year, why not lower prices? And inside the park, there are barely any shops even open.
谁会花100多进去参观的？古城项目呢，
Dayong Ancient City was born during China's credit expansion and ancient town building craze. Construction began in June 2016, just 3 months from approval to groundbreaking. It was led by a state-owned company and covered 240 acres, about 22 football fields. With a $340 million investment, it was hailed as a flagship cultural tourism project. But since opening in June 2021, it's lost money every year. The local government spends over $14 million annually to keep it running. In 2024, revenue was less than $140,000. 4 years in, the project has racked up $150 million in losses and become a heavy financial burden. The project now carries over $236 million in debt, with net assets in the red, negative $42 million. Of the 198 shops originally planned, only 4 are open and none are paying rent. Business is terrible. The place is remote, poorly run, and has no real traffic strategy. In total, only about 2,300 tickets have been sold. That's under 15 visitors per day. It's practically a ghost city. And this isn't just a Zhangjiajie problem. Across the country, even the most well-known blockbuster destinations are quietly bleeding money. I recently visited Zhangjiajie with my family. The scenery? Amazing. But the overall travel experience? Not so great. I also just read that one of the top tour companies in Guilin, home of China's most iconic landscapes, lost $140 million over the past 4 or 5 years. Even the Three Gorges is seeing both revenue and profits drop into the red. Crowds don't mean profits anymore. Take Datong, ever-bright city, tons of visitors, but still not making money. It's puzzling. According to bloggers, these tourist sites are trapped in a monopoly mindset. They think they're one of a kind, owning the mountain, so to speak. They don't care about visitor experience or repeat customers, figuring tourists only come once anyway. And since many of these sites are backed by publicly traded companies chasing quick growth and higher stock prices, they tend to go after short-term profits in all the wrong ways. Netizens often use Guilin as the perfect example of what's wrong with Chinese tourist spots. Sure, the natural beauty is world-class, but behind the postcard views, you've got messy management, overpriced food, forced shopping stops, and unbearable traffic. It all adds up to a pretty lousy experience for travelers. It's hard to believe Guilin, a famous place for its stunning mountains and rivers, lost nearly $139 million between 2019 and 2024. In just last year, in the fourth quarter alone, supposedly peak tourism season, it lost another $28 million. That's not supposed to happen. One blogger pointed out that Guilin's tourist numbers have plummeted. Last year, they had about 5.68 million visitors, down 40% from 9 million in 2019. That's not just a COVID dip, it's even lower than 2015 levels. And the main reason? Poor management and bad service. People say Guilin's nature is first class, but the travel experience? Third rate. Tourists complain that a simple dish you normally pay $5 for goes for $40 inside the scenic zone. Forced shopping, messy management, clogged roads, no parking, sketchy tour guides, and locals overcharging for everything. It's a headache. With the internet, all it takes is a few bad reviews to scare off people. Great scenery and a famous name aren't enough. The real challenge is turning natural beauty into a long-term, high-quality tourism experience. That's what gives a city cultural and economic life. Then there's the once promising Bailu Yuan folk culture village in Xi'an. It fell apart because the investors had no clue how to run a tourism project. They took on vendors without any vetting, copied whatever seemed to work elsewhere, and the operator couldn't stop the decline. They even tried hosting a mahjong tournament to boost foot traffic, but it flopped. The once hyped $49 million destination is now a ruin. Xi'an's Bailu Yuan Folk Culture Village. The name says folk culture, but the reality? Not even close. A few old farm tools scattered around, but mostly cheap food stalls from all over China. Tourists complain there's nothing here but snacks. It's more like a street fair than a cultural village. Even the bathroom signs use character names from novels, awkward and cringy. The developers, a local cultural investment company, had zero tourism experience. No screening for vendors, just lazy copy-pasting from other towns. Once traffic dropped, the hired operators couldn't fix it either. They wasted tens of thousands on gimmicks like mahjong contests and got nothing in return. and this is a place that actually gets a decent number of visitors each year.
但花几十万却无实质效果。
But the deeper issue? In the past decade, fake ancient towns have popped up all over China, way more than there are actual historical towns. They all look the same, feel the same, and tourists are getting sick of them. Billions have been spent building these places, but without a solid business model, most collapsed. Investors lost everything.
烧光几十亿建成的人造
Fake ancient towns that cost over 139 million to build are shutting down left and right. Wherever you go, you see the same copy-paste aesthetic, cobblestone paths, little bridges, flowing streams, and shops selling the same stuff. Yogurt, stinky tofu, and mass-produced trinkets from Yiwu. Locals don't care. Out-of-town visitors are tired of it. Here's the brutal truth. In the last decade, capital flooded the market, leading to over 2,800 man-made ancient towns, compared to only 312 real historic ones. Zhangjiajie Group alone has lost 98 million in 4 years. More than 200 artificial scenic spots shut down within 3 years, wiping out over 8.3 billion in investment. Honestly, these fake ancient towns were bound to fail. The problem is too many people just copy without thinking. Whether it's short videos, TV shows, or tourist sites, if they can copy it, they will. No innovation. From north to south, these towns all look the same, selling stinky tofu, giant squid skewers, and grilled meat on sticks. It's disrespectful to consumers. Once one idea makes money, everyone rushes in like lemmings, and it's exhausting.